About 3 years ago, I released the core rulebook for a tabletop role-playing game called Draconis. Scattered throughout that book was a vision for a grim future in which humanity led its end to a combination of self-destruction and the actions of unseen forces, and our solar system carries on through genetically engineered life forms we left behind. It talked about a war between traditional values and reckless progression. It hinted at the presence of supernatural forces and elements unexplained by modern science, and it gave an outline for a solar system run by massive corporations that had taken over the fractured remains of society. And frankly, that took up a hell of a lot of room in the book. Like 70 pages. I mean, I was being a little wordy for the sake of drama, but still. Welcome to Sound and Silence. This comprehensive setting guide is all story and explores the HSD lore in depth, with examinations of the history, the modern era, and many of the mysteries barely touched on in the core book. In addition to providing guides with a much deeper knowledge of the setting, it also gives examples of cities, careers, day-to-day life, and provides numerous character concepts and adventure hooks for your HSD game. It's loaded with stories and descriptions, fresh artwork, and for those who really want them, the secrets behind the mysteries of Soul's past. Sound and Silence is essentially 2 books in a single volume. Sound is the first half of the book, and talks about a lot of the setting knowledge and interesting facts that most heavy characters would be able to discover if they looked hard enough. There are descriptions of corporate attitudes, activities, rumors and hooks, and some fun new locations to use too. It's information that's useful for all players to have. It will help them figure out what their characters do and where they're doing it. Sound also includes a brief revisitation of the history before the death of humanity and peels away the propaganda that was put there by vectors in the generations following. It gives a clearer picture of the other side of the conflict. Silence is the second half of the book, and is primarily about secrets that only a choice few people in Soul actually know. This is fun reading for anyone, but it's primarily intended for guides to use as helpful background to larger adventures. It answers many lingering questions about the nature of transcendent technology, the origin of Hydra, and the secrets of the Shadow Presidents and others. Silence is something you want to take a little caution about reading if you're a player and not a guide. This information can be a lot of fun to discover in-game, and you might spoil a bit of your adventure if you read ahead. Not that I'd really blame you. Sound and Silence ushers in the next step in HSD's evolution, and I hope you'll join me in it.